Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are tuning in from in the world. So this morning's practice, we're going to be focusing on the hips, hamstrings, quads. Then we're going to finish off with the Kapalbhati, alternate nostril breathing and visualization, manifestation, meditation. That's it. With that being said, let's stand at the front of the mat. Big toes together, heels and ankles slightly apart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Hands come to the mat. Step the right foot, step the left foot back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale into your downward facing dog. For this first downward facing dog, I want you to take a big bend in the right knee, dropping the hips to the right hand side there, and then back up, dropping over to the left hand side, and then pedaling the feet, sinking the belly, the chest and the chin down, relaxing in the shoulders, and then we're going to walk one toe at a time to the front of the mat, keeping the legs as bent as much as you need, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold forward, and I just want us to hang feet shoulder width apart for a second, just kind of hang here, feel the stretch in the hamstrings, and then we're going to inhale, coming up one vertebrae at a time, reaching the hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center, back to standing position. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthening the spine, hands to the mat. Walk, step or jump back. Exhale and lower down. Taking your upward facing dog or cobra. Chest out, shoulders back. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Center the left foot here. I want to kick the right foot up and over, dropping it over to the left hand side, opening up here, down the right hand side, and then come back down, centering the right foot. Inhale, kicking the left up and over, opening down that left hand side, and then back down, and then walking to the front of our mats, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Again, just hanging there just for a moment. This time you might want to pull up a little bit more on the hamstrings, applying some pressure in the toes, pulling up on the kneecaps. You're going to feel even more of a stretch in the hamstrings here. Lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Back into Samastiti. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Hands to the mat. Step the right, step the left. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Again, slightly centered the left foot. You're going to take the right heel to the right glute, and we're going to draw some nice big circles with the knee, and 4, and 5. Drop it back down, moving over to the left hand side. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Moving back over to the right hand side, going in the opposite direction now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And over to the left. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Walking back to the front of the mat, lengthening the spine. Exhale, folding forward again, applying pressure in the toes, trying to pull up on the hamstrings just a little bit more. Pulling up on the glutes, suck the stomach in. If you want to go a little bit deeper, take hold of your ankles or take hold of the big toes, and you can pull yourself a little further into it. And then inhale all the way up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. With the right foot, right foot at the front. The left foot's going to take a step back now. We'll take a 90-degree bend in this knee. Hips are facing towards the front. You might be able to plant that left foot, or you might just be slightly bringing the back heel off. We're going to exhale, fold forward, drop the left elbow on the outside of the right knee, place the right hand on top of the left, and then just push down, twisting to the right hand side. Inhale back to the center, and then taking the left knee down to the ground. Inhale, reaching the arms up, driving the hips forward. A slight back bend. And we'll do another variation. Take hold of the hips from behind and just help you drive those hips forward ever so slightly. And then we're going to take a seat, keeping the left leg bent here, and then just folding forward to where you feel comfortable. 3, for 2, and for 1. Coming back to the front of the mat. The left foot stays at the front now. The right foot taking a step back. Remember, strong in the back leg. 90-degree bend in the left knee. Exhale, drop the right elbow on the outside of the left knee, placing the left hand on top, twisting up to the left hand side. And then inhale back to the center, dropping the right knee. Inhale the arms up, driving the hips forward, reach around, take hold of the hips. A slight back bend here, driving the hips forward. And then again, sitting back, folding over the left leg now, as much as you feel comfortable with. Trying to dorsiflex in the ankle, you're going to feel it a little bit more in the hips, in the in the hamstrings and in the calf. And 3. Ooh. Coming forward now. And again, in our forward fold, I want you to lengthen, coming back down, and then again just applying the pressure on the toes here. Pulling up on the kneecaps, pulling up on the hamstrings. And then inhale, coming all of the way up. Oh. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Sideways on now. Widen the feet as wide as you can. Usually around 3 feet. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, bringing the hands to the mat. Inhale, lengthen. And then what you're going to do here is try and push the mat away to help you fall further into this position. Holding it for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. And inhale, coming all of the way up. Inhale, hands out by the side. Exhale, fold forward. Take hold of the ankles, or if you can reach, take hold of the big toe, lengthening the spine. Exhale, folding forward now. For 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Halfway lift. Now we're going to just bring the feet in ever so slightly, and we're going to drop over to the right hand side now, trying to keep the right heel on the floor, trying to keep the left heel in line with the right heel. And it's okay if you like this is completely fine. It all depends on your level. You might even want to turn this foot up into this position, and you're kind of sitting on the inside here, so the right arm is on the inside of the arm, it's not here. And then if you feel like you can maneuver over to the other side without your hands on the floor, I'm actually going to try this morning. If not, just use your hands to maneuver yourself over to the left. Holding that position for 3, for 2, and for 1. And then, yes, come to a seated position. Let's get some 90s in. So you want to be sitting back. Let me show you from this angle. Sitting back, nice 90-degree bend or so, maybe even bigger, in the legs and the knees. And you're going to drop both knees over to the left hand side. Now what you're looking for is this kind of 90-degree bend in both knees. And so you can be sat up as much as you feel comfortable with, or lean back as much as you feel comfortable with, and your knees might not even reach the floor. You know, that might be your level. Then we're going to drop them over to the right hand side. And my hips are so tight this morning. And then over to the left. Over to the right. And then give them a little bit of a shake off. I'll go sideways on for this one. Widen the feet as much as you can. Dorsiflex in the ankles. Lifting up. Inhale, exhale, folding forward. Taking hold of the ankles or the shins, wherever you feel comfortable. No hunching the back like this. Just sitting forward, thinking belly, chest, then chin. And we're just going to hold this position. Just trying to relax here. This is going to be a bit of a long one for 10-15 seconds. And you're trying to relax here, and it's going to allow you to just sink a little bit further in over time. You might want to sway yourself side to side ever so slightly. And if you sway kind of over to the left, you're going to feel it down the bottom of your right back, the right glute, and then over to the right. Again, just loosen that off a little bit. It's going to allow you to just sink a little bit further into that. Now look at that, I'm down to my forearms and there's not been that much effort at all. And then if you really want to help yourself here, again, just trying to keep your posture right, trying not to hunch over. You can use this to help pull you down even further. Inhale, coming up. Extend the right foot out in front of you. Retract the left like this. Extend the left arm round the right. Placing the right hand just behind you. Inhale, sitting up straight. Exhale, twisting round to the right hand side. Looking behind you, looking behind that right shoulder. And inhale back to the center now. Extend the right. Retract the left. Do exactly the same as we did the other side. Remember the dorsiflexion in the right hand, in the right foot. Extend the left, wrap it around the right. Place the left hand just behind you. Inhale, sat up straight, and exhale, twist round to the left. Inhale, back to the center now. Bring the soles of the feet together. Placing the hands just underneath, as if you're holding, place the hands just underneath. And we're just going to rock side to side. And then for this one, we're not crossing the legs, but we're almost crossing them. Ideally, we want to have two kind of ankles and shin almost parallel. And then what we're going to do, we're going to do a little bit of a forward fold. And I might take some, just moving around slightly. So you're going to, okay, let me start again. Legs are like this, and we're just going to slightly lean forward. And if you feel like you need to, just kind of rock side to side just to loosen those glutes up even more. You're going to feel it, depending on which leg you've got in front, you're going to feel it in the glute. And then when we swap the legs, you'll feel it in the opposite. If you're folding forward and you feel like you want to go a little bit deeper, you can kind of wrap your arm under the front of your knees like this and help you pull further into it. And then inhale, come back up, swap the legs over. So whichever leg was in front, swap it over. And we're going to do the same again. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, folding forward. Yeah, so I couldn't feel it as much in my right glute there. So if my left leg is at the front, I'm feeling it in the left glute more. If my right leg is at the front, then I feel it more in my right glute, but I didn't feel it as much there. And again, I'm going to go for the more intense one. Taking the left arm round, taking hold of the thigh, so I'm just basically taking hold of the hamstring, even reaching around with the right, and just to help me pull a little bit further in. And again, just trying to relax when you breathe, especially on the exhale. And this is going to allow you to sink further into that position. Okay, inhale, walk your arms out, feet out in front. Give them a little bit of a shake off, just like that. I think we'll go in for one more before we take our breath work. You're going to extend the right leg out in front of you. Doesn't matter where, really. You can have it just here. You want to take hold of the left leg and the left foot. And you're going to kind of cradle this like a baby. You're wrapping the arm over and around and underneath. We're just going to play around with that. Basically just taking it through the range of motion and really drawing it back, down and round. And then if you want to just see where you are with this, so this is good for working towards lotus, placing the foot on top of the right leg. And then we're just going to gently, if you feel any pain in your knee, just take yourself off, don't push past. You can take hold of the foot here, and you can gently just place the left hand on top of the left thigh, and just see how that feels, see where that's at. If you want to make that even more difficult, you can fall forward slightly. And this is one I'll always do if I'm trying to get into lotus. I'll do the other side, and then maybe I'll be able to get into lotus. So again, just drawing that knee back. It's going to allow you to kind of get your hand over and under, taking hold of the left foot. We've taken hold of the right foot with the left hand. My brain is not working this morning. And again, just drawing that back, down and round, taking it through its kind of range of motion. Oh, that one's a good one as well, just holding it back there. And then I'm going to place it on top of the left leg. Oh, and I am a little bit more tighter in the right hand side. Gently placing that hand on there. You can also lean back slightly for this. Oh. And then if you feel like you want to do a forward fold with it, you can go for it. Let's see if I can get into lotus this morning. So yeah, this is what I meant by lotus. And where I feel it the most, I feel it in my ankles, It's like the bone pressing against the bone. Oh, and just gently release. Give those a shake off if you need to. One more before we close the session off. Close the mobility session off. So I want you to take this position on your mat, widen your knees as much as you need to, bring the big toes together, start walking the hands back. And if you feel like you can go all the way, go down, but you want to find kind of a biting position where you're really feeling it in the quads. And I don't want you to drive your hips up at the minute. Just like this. And then once you've got that position, just hold, or you can do this and kind of pivot through it. I'm going all the way down. If you can get all of the way down and that's feeling, that feels like nothing, start to bring the knees together. Suck the stomach in. And we'll just hold that for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. If you're in this position, bring the shoulder blades together. Press down with the elbows, one at a time, onto the hands, and then back up. Coming onto the feet now, and just sit in this yogic squat. And just feel our way into this squat. Rocking from side to side. Oh. And then gently standing up, one vertebrae at a time. Lovely. Give the legs a little bit of a shake off. I'm going to move the mat over to the wall now. I'm going to practice our alternate nostril breathing. Sit in a comfortable seated position. Blocking the right nostril with the thumb and using the wedding ring finger on the right hand. Block the right, inhale through the left. Block the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Block the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block, exhale through the left. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And we go again. If you were making a sound out of your nose, I want you to try and slow it down to a point where you don't hear that sound. You don't hear the air coming in and out of the nostrils. Block the right, inhale through the left. Block the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Please feel free to continue if you like. And I'll just let the breath return to normal. I'm going to finish off with our visualization, meditation, manifestation. So let's return back to the mantra. I think, I feel, I act, I attract. And I want you to think of something that you are trying to bring into your life. It could be a personal fitness goal. It could be a goal in your business. It could be a goal in your finances. I want you to visualize and just imagine what it's like to be at that point in your life. And I want you to be really, really accurate with everything around you at the time. So just imagine it down to the finest detail. So that is I think. And then for the and then I feel. What is the feeling that you feel? So I want you to try and attach an emotion to this. One of the strongest emotions is gratitude. And then finally, what is the action that you can take today, tomorrow, or this week? It's going to bring you one step closer to that visualization, to getting you one step closer to where you want to be. And then throughout the day, I want you to just think of this moment this morning. I think, I feel, I act, I attract. And what this does, this is programming your subconscious into doing the actions that you need to do to get to where you want to be. Attracting whatever it is that you are trying to bring into your life. And I'll close the session off just with a moment of thanks and gratitude. And just, I don't know, if you are a believer in God or the universe or any kind of higher power, take a moment to say thanks. And if not, just say thanks to yourself. Thanks for showing up this morning. Thank you. That brings us to the end of our session. I hope you're feeling nice and loose in the hips now and set up for the day. And I will see you again tomorrow at the same time. Goodbye for now.